Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. I just wanted to share with you today all about boosting immune system to prevent COVID specifically for those of us who live with autoimmune conditions. So I just want to talk about some of your responsibilities, some things that you can be implementing, as well as some lifestyle factors that play into you boosting your immune system. If you know me well, you know I'm a big advocate in you becoming empowered to help yourself, because really healing is an inside job. And I never want you to give your power away, which means you really have to take your responsibility in taking care of your own health. With that being said, today's topic comes from, and I got a lot of the content from the Institute of Functional Medicine, which is the organization that I'm part of. I'm board certified within their program, Institute of Functional Medicine. Functional medicine certified practitioner through the Institute of Functional Medicine. It is the most reputable source to go to for functional medicine. And I'm super proud to be a part of their organization. And I want to bring you up to date on the most progressive and most evidence-based approaches to really thinking ahead about COVID and how to protect yourself as we get into the colder months. So I want to talk to you a little bit about your responsibilities and things that I want to talk to you about, because my own brothers, both of them had COVID. I had many friends and family members who's had COVID. I have yet to encounter COVID, but I also think that no matter what, it's such an infectious condition or a virus that it's going to be here for a while. But the good news is that we do have the vaccines now. I don't know what all that implies, and I'm not sure if I have not made a decision whether I would get vaccinated or not, but I need more evidence. I typically don't even get vaccines for flus, so I'm not sure how much I would want to get this. But having said that, over the weekend, I was at a restaurant and it was date night for us. And we sat at a very popular Persian restaurant. And my gosh, it was COVID fest. And we really needed to consider our options. And I don't think many people are thinking about COVID, but I also have many friends who had COVID. They want us to really take this seriously because it really can impact your health. And so let's really be respectful of this COVID, especially if you have autoimmune condition. So as we enter the colder months, we expect the risks to COVID and even flu to be worse before it gets any better. Even with the vaccines, I believe it's our responsibility to do our part in preventing further spread, as well as to minimize our own personal risks. So number one thing that I want you to almost always do is to wear a mask. While I don't believe in living in fear, I do believe that we must be sensible and smart when it comes to living in our current conditions. When out and about in public places, always wear a mask to protect yourself and to respect others as well. And I always want you to be hand washing. This goes without saying that even without the pandemic, we should practice self-hygiene by washing our hands thoroughly to prevent the spread of unnecessary viruses and bacteria. Using antibacterial soap and rub into your hands under the fingernails and tips and really washing, causing that friction for about 20 seconds before rinsing is key. So don't be really, just a quick rinse out because you don't get all the bacteria out. And in the public restrooms, this is my caveat, use a paper towel to grab the door. After you wash, you have to touch that doorknob, right? And then you infected yourself again, assuming that everything is infected. So I usually grab an extra paper towel and then I'll open the door and then I'll dispose of that paper towel outside. That's just something that I do. And something that I think about a lot is at gas stations, if you have to pump your gas, use hand sanitizer. So I have a large sanitizer in my car at all times to make sure that I'm sanitizing. And then next topic is keeping a hand sanitizer in your purse everywhere. that you are. Hand washing with soap water is the best way to reduce exposure to germs. But if you're not able, alcohol-based hand sanitizers that contain at least 60% alcohol can help to reduce the spread of infection. So, but I want you to also avoid any products containing triclosan, a known hormone disrupting chemical, which we don't need to put in our bodies. Next thing I want you to consider is covering your mouth and nose. Cover your mouth and nose with a tissue when coughing or sneezing. You should carry a tissue, a little tissue packet everywhere you go. And if you don't have tissue, cough or sneeze into your sleeve, not your bare hands, okay? Because when you do that, then you touch the surfaces and you're infecting other people, right? And then I want you to get in the habit of not touching your face. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands, which can help provide virus with a route of entry into the body. Since the average individual touches their face an average of 15 times per hour, remain aware and vigilant about this. And last thing here is to keep surfaces clean. Clean and disinfect frequently touched surfaces, especially when someone is ill. Surfaces to consider include doorknobs, phones, computer keyboards, remote controls, and other surfaces that are frequently touched in rooms such as bathrooms and kitchen. Okay, let's talk about some of your lifestyle factors, right? Stress management, you guys. Chronic stress can negatively alter immune system responses, putting you at greater risk. So practice breathing or yoga, meditation to modulate stress in any way you can. Take responsibility and adapt something you can do to really modulate that stress response. Second is sleep. Sleep has a big influence on the immune system. We all know this. Get in the habit of getting plenty of sleep by maintaining consistent sleep patterns and rituals. Turn off electronics, shut off all TV, make sure not to eat too close to sleep time as this interferes with sleep. And take a melatonin supplement to help you if you have sleep difficulty. I've also tried some CBD oils that has some sleeping effect. I have a specific brand that I like to use on those nights where I can't sleep because I want to make sure that I wake up fully rested. So that's an option. Second is exercise. So it is proven that moderate, regular physical activity helps to boost immune system function by raising levels of infection-fighting white blood counts and antibodies, increasing the circulation, pumping the heart, and decreasing your stress hormones. Yoga, especially, is helpful to keep physically resilient and cognitively sharp. So that's my favorite exercise of choice, as you guys all know. Let's talk about food. I want you to aim for eating diet rich in colorful vegetables and fruits with healthy organic protein sources, right? Research proves that the benefit of vegetable-rich diet in helping to boost the immune system, which in turn helps with fighting off the flu and the COVID. So with food right now, because as we enter the winter months, I like stews, I like soups in Instapots. And this is where you can put lots of vegetables in it to ensure that you're getting all the veggies. I like to cook bone broths in it and just sip it throughout the day. It's got gut healing abilities. Plus it gives me lots of collagen as well as some protein in the process. And it helps to boost our immune system because it's sealing and healing our gut as well, indirectly. So let's now talk about ways to boost our immunity using some compounds and self-care and such. So most over-the-counter medications only treat the symptoms of viral infections. Most don't actually help the immune system fight the infection. So I want to talk about following ways, natural ways to help you fend off the sickness if you do come down with illness, as well as to prevent it, okay? Let's talk a little bit about self-care. When you're down with the flu or COVID, your priorities are to hydrate and get plenty of rest. Drink plenty of fluids, like homemade vegetables or bone broths, like I said, are extremely beneficial. Various herbal teas, hot drinks can help with hydration and reducing symptoms. Good choices include peppermint, ginger, eucalyptus, chamomile, and hot water with lemon, honey, and cinnamon does the trick. If you're struggling with sore throat, salt water gargles are excellent for loosening mucus and helping fend off bacterial throat infections. Hot teas and lozenges, right? That's how you say it. Sorry, you guys, tongue tie. Contain slippery elm are excellent for soothing irritated sore throats. So taking 2 tablespoons of honey also in hot water can also help to soothe and decrease throat inflammation and pain. Chamomile and peppermint teas are also helpful for soothing irritated sore throats as well. So for respiratory and congestion and sinuses, I want you to use a humidifier, vaporizers, or steam inhalers, or spend time in a steamy bath or shower. Vaporizers and inhalers can also be used with decongestants and essential oils such as eucalyptus, menthol, peppermint, or frankincense. I usually have like a diffuser in my office because that's where I am all day. I'm diffusing lots of these various different types of essential oils, and I love them. So now let's talk about supplements and foods to actually support and prevent COVID, as well as to support our immune system. So the following supplements can help fight off infection, as well as really to shorten the duration and lessen the severity of the infection. Vitamin C, everybody knows, right? Vitamin C may help to prevent infections, including those caused by bacteria and viruses. Regularly administered vitamin C has been shown to shorten the duration of colds, and higher doses of vitamin C during an illness by boosting immune function. So I'm taking vitamin C every day, as should you. Vitamin D. Vitamin D is one of those most important, powerful nutrients for supporting the immune system. Numerous studies have shown that it helps to reduce the risk of colds and flu, and a large percentage of population are deficient. So daily supplementation is necessary for most people. Now they're saying vitamin D with K3 is the optimal way to take vitamin D. So consider those options when you're shopping for them. Vitamin A, for those with respiratory infection, vitamin A can be helpful, especially if you're deficient. Zinc. Zinc plays a significant role in boosting immunity. Often available as lozenges, zinc can help to reduce the frequency of infections, as well as the duration and severity of this common cold when taken within 24 hours of onset. Don't underestimate the power of these supplements. It really does help you. Selenium is next. Selenium is a key nutrient for immune function. It is also an antioxidant that helps boost the body's defense against bacteria, viruses, and cancer cells. You can take the supplement, or Brazil nuts have a high selenium content. I just don't like and care for Brazil nuts, but if you were to have lots of Brazil nuts, you can get the selenium. I choose to do it in a supplement form because, again, Brazil nuts have high calories too, so look out for that. Next is honey. Honey, preferably raw and local, are key ways to take this. It has antioxidant properties and has some antimicrobial effects. It's helpful for coughs and sore throats and can be added to hot teas. Next is garlic. Garlic contains a variety of compounds that can influence immunity. Some studies have shown that both fresh garlic as well as aged garlic extract and some other garlic supplements may reduce viral upper respiratory infection severity. The only thing is the smell of garlic that will seep out of the pores when ingested in large amounts. You can smell and stink. So I don't really care for it. But if you don't care, some people love that smell. So probiotics is next. Probiotics contain good bacteria that not only support the health of the gut, but also influence immune system functioning and regulation. So it's important to understand that this episode, it is intended to identify modalities that would boost your immune system. It's not meant to recommend any treatment, nor have any of these modalities been proven effective against specifically coronavirus. Always consult your physician or healthcare provider prior to using any of these modalities. For up-to-date information on COVID-19, please consult the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention at www.cdc.gov.